Hey Explorers, in this video we're going to tell you what you can expect on a Disney cruise. We're going to dive into our box of Disney dreams and also answer 6 questions that we came up with.
And we're going to find out what we bought on our cruise coming up now
on D&G Explorers. Hey Explorers, if you've never seen one of our videos before, I'm Derick.
And I'm Greggory.
And together we make up
D&G Explorers. Hey fellow explorers, we just want to take the time to tell you how excited and how appreciative we are of all of our wonderful subscribers. We're kind of a fairly still brand new channel and we're still making lots of videos and fun adventures for everybody, so we just want to take the time to say thank you very much for everybody.
And one thing is, since we started doing these cruise videos, we've gained so many new subscribers, which shows, one, people love seeing cruise videos, but we've seen it and we cannot tell you how much we appreciate all your support. If you haven't already, please subscribe and like to our channel, D&G Explorers. We're also on Facebook too, under the name D&G Explorers. Alright you guys, we have a lot that we're going to cover today, so we're going to try to be as quick as we can.
We are jam-packed with goodies.
Jam-packed.
We won't forget.
Exciting material. So this will be video number 11 in our playlist for the Disney Magic. This cruise started on March 23rd and it went through March 28th. It was a 5-night cruise. It
wasn't long enough, even after a 3-day cruise. 5 days still isn't enough.
This was the 4th cruise that the Magic was on since it was refurbished. They added a few different things. One of them was the Rapunzel's Royal Table, which we showed first, but actually was the 4th video in the list. So we were really excited to show this one. This was for our friend's 50th birthday. We actually combined it with a Walt Disney World trip before. You haven't seen that yet. That's going to be coming up next. Alright, so now we're going to dive into our Disney box of dreams, and we're going to tell you what you can expect. So we're just going to go through. So let me give the Disney box of dream a shuffle.
So we're going to start by going over our little pixie dusted trinket. It's a little Mickey Mouse Disney key. It's a keychain basically. And this is from our friend Jennifer. She's on our Facebook now with her daughter Veronica.
And they're YouTube fans of ours, of our channel, yay!
Yep, and it says you've been pixie dusted from cabin 6524. And we've been wondering who that person was, and then after a while we were telling them, ironically, that we were looking to see who it was, and they said, oh, that's from us. So, what a coincidence. We met them on the last
day. That was so cool. Thank you guys so much for that.
We met them again the last day. So.
Yeah, very cool.
Alright, let's see what else we got.
Disney Dream Box.
So now we have our Disney Cruise Line Castaway Club booklet that you get in the mail. Everybody will get one of these when you're planning your trip. And so if you notice, we're silver because we're on our 2nd cruise. So as you go along, you actually get bumped up to different colors. So we have like 5 of them, I think, before we switch to the new color.
When you complete your first Disney cruise, you become a silver club member. So it just takes one completed cruise before you get on it.
So this is a really good book to have because it has all kinds of information.
It tells you everything you need to know about the trip.
So this is a good booklet to have. It's your vacation checklist, your itineraries. It'll also give you your information about your flight if you set it up that way through the website. This is basically kind of a survival guide in a way because it has all kinds of helpful information. Your flight information, if you have delays and things like that. So it's a really good lifesaver. It even has different phone numbers on here. Again, you probably can't see them.
Those are for, that says emergency contacts.
They're contact cards.
Yeah,
so basically,
you can hand them out to people.
Just to let people know where you're at. But it's a really good booklet to have, and everybody does get one regardless if it's your 1st or your 6th cruise or whatever. So
but that
really
can
good.
vary. because our friends book our cruise after us, and they got theirs before. And on the Facebook page that
what's
we
up
joined,
with that?
I know, on the Facebook that we joined, people were saying, "Oh, we got ours, we got ours." I think we got ours like 2 weeks later. So you will get it. But the handy thing is all the information that you need for your trip is right here, and then when you go on with your carry-on, this is here in case you need it. So good reference. Plus also this is good to have because we have one with when we did the Halloween one, so this is a good memento to keep on your trip. All right, now my turn to shake the Disney box of dreams. All right, what do we have? All right, we have the personal navigator. So I know other people have talked about these before. These are really good in terms of what to expect on any given day. Greg and I were talking about it. I don't remember seeing this in our cabin the first day. But if that happens, it'll be over there at guest services. And you can just pick one up. We picked up a couple. We just wanted to keep some for souvenirs. One we can use and then one we could keep as a souvenirs. So what is this specifically? This tells you, if you look at this, everything which is going on every single hour of the day. It tells you where you're going to be. This one was for March 26th. It's at Castaway Key Day. It tells you when we're supposed to be on off ship, on board, what the dinner is tonight, the theme of it, also the drink of the day. So all this helpful information, no matter what area of the ship it is, this tells you what it is. It tells you the plays. It tells you, like, for example, tonight it was Charles, is it Peacock? We actually saw him a lot walking around on there. We saw him like almost every single day, just out and about.
Bar, I think, when we would get our
in
teas
Nassau
and everything.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool to see the entertainers out and about mingling in with us commoners.
We talked with him a little bit. So he seemed pretty nice. So
this is Personal Navigator. These are really cool, and for me, it's a little keepsake. I'm the kind of person which will keep the little tour maps when we go places. So something else is a Personal Navigator. All right, Greg. Shake the Disney box of dreams. All right, Disney box of dreams. Ah, here we go.
No, it's not a do not disturb sign. Although it does look like that. So this is actually a room service sign that you fill out here.
Fill them in first, because remember, when we did our video on our room service, we couldn't find where they had any breakfast in the book.
But this is where it's at.
Boom. This is it.
So we never used it. So you can select your delivery time, and you can select your...
You just want to cover me up all the time.
It's my turn! No. You can select your items and everything, and then you just stick this handy-dandy little thing on your outside of your door, and they'll come bring you your breakfast.
It tells you the time. What is it? What are the instructions up there? How to do it?
Start your day off right with our breakfast pre-order. Make your breakfast selections tonight. Then hang it outside on the doorknob before 3 a.m. So this is for your next day. And you select your time.
You send 30-minute ranges.
It's like a continental breakfast where they have juices and milk and cereals and pastries and things like that, condiments and beverages. So
fruit ball. It's
just a nice little touch that they give you.
Yeah.
And it's all included with the cost of your cruise. It's not extra. So we're definitely going to be using this next time, I think.
Except the tip.
You do have to tip, which is always nice anyway, because they go above and beyond to make your trip magical. And this is just another way. And
it does 30 minutes. I don't know if you guys can see. But the time goes from 5 to 5:30 all the way from 9 to 9:30. So you have a good long time of it. And then you just fill out your room number, your name.
It's a little early for me. And, maybe 9 o'clock would be better. But
the number of people on there. So that's good. This was over in the desk. So we didn't know where it was. But the desk, there's only one desk in the stateroom.
I think it was in the drawer, wasn't it?
Yeah, the desk.
Okay.
So that's where that was there.
It's your turn.
All right. Let's see. Disney Box of Dreams. What do we have?
It's getting a little empty there.
Oh, we have dreams that'll fill us up forever. Okay, so we did a placeholder, which we had...
depending, very handy.
Very handy. We got a little bit of savings, like 10% off. While we were on the Disney Dream, we booked for this cruise. So we got 10% off this cruise of Disney Magic. Because it was less than 7 days, we had a $100 stateroom credit. If it would have been 7 days or more, it would have been a $200 room credit. How you know we get it is on here. This was on our little card on our first day. basically in the stateroom, and it says, have a magical cruise. We are pleased to advise you that a credit of $100 has been applied to your shipboard account. This can be used for any charges made on board the Disney Magic and is non-refundable. So
came in very handy for us.
yes, so this is if you're like, they put it right out there right away, you know you got a $100 room credit for it.
So just to let you know, we do have a friend that is a really awesome travel agent.
Well, where did we meet her?
We met her on a Disney cruise, the Disney Dream actually, along with her husband Chris, and
so Catherine
Orr and Chris Armstrong. And her website is momentsthatmattertravel.com. So if you have any future travel plans, go to her website and she'll help you and fix you up with a really cool, awesome vacation plan.
So the cool thing about doing a travel agent, if you book your cruise while you're on the Disney, we mentioned you get the $100 or $200 stateroom credit. You also get 10% off. That's really the only way you're going to get discounts from a Disney cruise.
And you have 2 years to use that placeholder.
Correct. Going through a travel agent like Catherine, she'll be able to get you stateroom credit. So it really depends on how much the cruise is for her to be able to give it to it. But even if you don't book it through a Disney cruise, definitely look up Catherine or the momentsthatmattertravel.com, and she'll take care of you. I know when we don't go through a Disney one or have a placeholder, or even then, because there's different things you can do, we will be going through Catherine. So thank you. She's our friend. We hope to cruise with her again someday. And
Catherine and Chris, really good friends.
Yep. You're going to see them actually in a vlog coming up soon.
So we will be cruising with them again, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Let's see what's next. All right, so this is that's not part of it. Okay. So this is the laundry service. Basically, we're going to dress nice for Palo, so we brought some nice dress shirts, and we want to make sure that they were ironed. So for 2 shirts, it only came to $3.50. So you just fill out your little handy-dandy form, you hang your clothes out, and they will go ahead and iron them, and then put them in your room, hanging up very nicely, which they did for us, and it was professionally done, and it makes you look even better at your dinner.
What do they say for the time? Because you have to give them some time.
Need by 8:30 p.m.
Oh, that was me that put that on there. They tell you when to do it.
Regular service returned next by 5:30 p.m. Same day service. No, that's not it. So I guess it's just returned next day, 5:30 p.m. So you can just put it out one day and you'll get it the next day.
Yeah, and you put that in the closet is a laundry bag. You put that inside with the clothes that you want, and you put it on the fish extender, which is outside the door. The benefit of that is when we were traveling, you can't take an iron with you, and we weren't sure what we were going to do. We were going to iron beforehand and thought, well, this is just going to get messed up because we're traveling. So the benefit of it is to spend a little bit of money first day, get it out of the way, put all your stuff in there, get them all sent out, and be ready for the cruise.
They even have a laundromat there, which we never used.
We didn't realize it.
You can do your laundry if you think you need clean clothes, if you don't bring enough or whatever.
Yep.
So
pack light, wash halfway through the trip. All right, cool. This is a good one. This is the Onboard Airline check-in. This is what they'll give you. We were trying to figure out how we were going to get to the airport because we're not really familiar with Miami, and we wanted to make it really easy for us. So we could have taken Uber, which is most people recommend, but we really, since we're not used to the area, we didn't want to do that. You can still take from Miami Airport, you can take to the port of Miami, you can take a Disney bus. Now it's a third-party one. It's not a Disney bus, but
it's Disney in the sense that they take you to the Disney cruise ship.
Correct.
So.
The benefit of it is a little bit extra more money. This is where the huge benefit is. While you're on the ship and you're coming home, you get to check into your airline. Now there are certain airlines that that they'll do. They don't do it for all of them. But you put your luggage in after you check in online. When they pick up your luggage, it goes straight to your final home airport. So you don't have to worry about picking it up, going through security and all that. So that is, to me, an awesome benefit that you don't have to. If you can do that and you don't have to worry about your luggage, you can just have your carry-on and go on the plane. Mm-hmm. That's a benefit of it. So Onboard Airline check-in. A little bit more money, definitely worth it. All right, so this goes into our next portion of it. We came up with 6 questions.
All right, so on this segment of the show, we're going to talk about things that we liked and
I thought you might.
that we enjoyed and what we think you might like too.
Yeah.
So
Definitely. So, question number 1. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
that's fine.
Must-dos on a Disney cruise. What would you say your must-dos on a Disney cruise is?
Well, we did something different this time. So I think when we first pull out of the port on our very first, sailing before the sail away party, after the sail away party actually, if you go to the front of the ship, and that's where a lot of people went. It's a really cool experience to be able to see the outside, the whole ocean picture and everything, going out past the area where it's all enclosed and then going out into the open ocean. So, so I think that has to be a good must-do for a Disney cruise.
Yeah, it was cool because you could see the flag. There's a Mickey Mouse flag at the front of the ship, and you could see it waving, so that was really cool. All right. I got a couple things, so I'll read through them real quick. 1, tour the ship. Take the time to do that. We didn't do that on a Disney Dream, and we were disappointed. We did it on a Disney Magic, and it just made it so much more magical.
I got a little bit more tour than I should, actually, though. I ended up going into
concierge.
The concierge area where, like, higher paying people go, guests go, and all I wanted to do was wash my hands, and the door was locked, and then somebody else opened it with their key, and I thought, oh, I can go in there. So I'm there just washing my hands, and I hear, excuse me, sir, and they said, this is a private party, and I said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just washing my hands. So I didn't know, but they were nice about it and everything, and then I just kind of left. So
number 2, get to know the staff. I mean, the staff, to us, our hearts go out to them. They do so much. And they're away from their families, and it's just, to me, so cool that they are able to take the time to get to know them. They're awesome. And then order what you want at dinner. So you can order multiple
whatever you
entrees.
Want. You can order the whole menu if you want to.
And the one thing we learned is we wanted escargot
for the whole trip. And they took note of that, and they gave us
first night
escargot every night except for the night we went to Palo.
Correct.
Because, of course, we weren't in our rotation. And we didn't get to eat dinner at Lumiere's this time, which was a new restaurant. But hopefully next time.
Yeah. The main thing is, if you want something specific every night, ask for it on your first day, and they'll do their best to take care of it for you. All right, number 2. What's your favorite restaurant?
I would say Tangled. It was
Rapunzel's
really well
Royal Table.
Yeah, really well themed. Yes, Rapunzel's Royal Table, and there's little pascals hidden around the area, so that was pretty cool. And then the show in itself, it's like during a show. For the first time that you go in, they don't do that the second time when you leave for breakfast, but it was a really good experience, and the colors were really nice, and it was just awesome, I thought.
Yeah, it was very loud in there, but it had the best interaction out of all the ones, and this is even going back to the Dream.
Funny moments too with some of the cast members.
Yeah, so that was definitely, we really enjoyed that night. That was fun. And all right, question 3, small ship versus large ship. So you have the Magic class, which is the Magic and the Wonder, and you have the Dream class, which is the Dream and the Fantasy. What would you prefer? Because we've been on the Dream and the Magic.
I think they both have their own thing to offer. I like the larger ships more, I think, just because you can add more things to it. Although we didn't even see half the ship on our first large ship. But we'll be changing that next time. So, but the small ship is nice in itself because you don't have so much to walk through, and we actually did get to see most of the ship this time.
The main reason we didn't see everything on the Dream is because we only had a 3-night cruise, and that's not enough time to really to do everything.
Yeah.
Plus, we really didn't know what was available to us, so being more experienced, we went into the kids area because they had open houses on the Magic, so we thought it was fun just to go through.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
I wanted to stay and play the games and stuff, but we couldn't.
I myself prefer the larger ships too. There's just a lot more stuff to do. It didn't seem like there was any more people in there, which there is more, but I would say I prefer the larger ship. Plus the Dream, it was our first ship we went on, so that's always going to be special, and that's the larger ship.
So the next question would be, would we recommend a Disney cruise for adults without children? I say yes, because you get a different experience with children and another totally different experience without children. There are areas in the ship that are just for adults, where you can leave your children in the children's area, and then adults can go ahead and let it loose and have fun, and then come back and get their kids later, which is what we were just talking about with the kids area. So yes, and if you don't have children, then, you know, that's even more of an experience for you.
Yeah.
So,
They have the adult-only areas on the ship. The cool thing is with the kids clubs that they have, a lot of the kids are busy. They're not, you know, around where all the adults are.
Yeah.
But even on Castaway Key, they have Serenity Bay, which is the island, and that was awesome. It felt like hardly anyone
peaceful.
was in there. So it's actually even kind of better because there's so many families that go on a Disney cruise on the other parts of Castaway Key. It's really, Serenity Bay is a perfect name for it. So I would say definitely. We don't have kids. We went on 2 Disney cruises. We're planning on going on many more in the future. So I would definitely say we recommend adults going without children.
Now, ponder this a moment. What could have been better for you?
Yeah. You know, we are huge Disney fans.
I said ponder this for a moment.
I'm pondering. Well, I have my answers written down. You haven't. But we are huge Disney fans. But we're realistic. You know, there are things that they can do better, or what we felt could have been done better. So what could have been better?
What are those things for you?
I'm going to let you go first.
Well, we did notice some things that they're always trying to make the ship better and nicer and everything. Although we did go watch Black Panther, and they were doing some work during the movie, so I thought at first it was part of the movie, but then it just sounded like a drill or something on the wall.
Like right below where we were sitting.
Yeah, so I don't know if they really realized that it was kind of interfering with the movie. I don't know if that was the only time that they could have done it. I'm not sure, but just something like that kind of ruined the experience a little bit for the movie. But I do notice that they are painting during the day and things like that, and that might be the only time that they can do it, but they also were doing it late at night, so I think that might be better if they can do it late at night, just so it doesn't take away from the magic while you see it during the daytime. Yeah,
and that's part of what I thought too. There was areas that they had rest on there, and now you look at some of the ships that are in, when you go to in port and other ships, they have tons of rest on their ships. You just don't really expect that on a Disney one. Probably more so was the fact that it just came out of a 2-week refurbishment.
Yeah.
So,
and the ocean water gets to it still anyway, so you can't really complain.
You got to be realistic.
About that. Yeah.
Ocean water, 20 years old the ship is.
But
to
very
be honest,
nice.
It's in immaculate shape. It just kind of took me back a little bit. Going on the Dream, we didn't see any of that, but we would see it in a couple of spots. But to Greg's point, they were replacing carpet. They were painting on the areas that showed rest. So they were doing, a good job.
It's kind of cool to see how they actually keep it up. Yeah. Sometimes, just not during when you're
because you see that in the parks
during the
day. You see that at Walt Disney World. Yeah. You see it in Disneyland. So it was good, and that wasn't too bad of a thing. I would say probably the length of dinner serving wait time. I think every time we went to dinner, there was a long pause from when you got your appetizers to your dinner, and it just, sometimes the dinners seemed like they were like 2 hours or even longer than that.
And that didn't really bother me too much.
No,
really.
but it is if you're trying to plan things, because they have so many different tables that they're doing. I would tell you the service is awesome. We loved our service on both our cruises that we went with, but for people that have things to do and they don't want to be waiting around for their food, that the serving time. But the one kudos is
kind of can work around it.
They were asking it. They came around and asked, how are we doing on our speed? Because they actually had shifted tables to try to make it faster. So they are trying to improve. But that would just the main thing that I would say. And then the movie theater, in addition to that, I thought it was too close. I mean, you were sitting in the chairs, and you couldn't have someone walk in front of you. You were like...
It was very
pretty
tight quarters. I know it's a ship, but some areas there was more leg room than others, I thought. It just wasn't spaced out evenly. But all in all, it was a good, fun experience. And you can't complain, really, because it's kind of free movies. I mean, you're paying for the cruise, but you're not paying extra for the movies.
Correct.
So.
And then the last thing is room service. I wished, and I don't know if we've only been on Disney cruises. It would have been nice to have order room service breakfast with omelets and something a little bit more substantial than a continental breakfast. So I don't know how it is on other cruises. That might just be
breakfast,
flat all the way across. But for me, I just wish there would have been more breakfast offerings that we could eat in our room. It would be cool to sit on the balcony eating omelets and that.
Altogether, it was an awesome
there's always things that they can improve on. We got to be realistic on that.
So what one moment stood out for you on our Disney cruise then?
I remember the moment probably of everything that was probably like the most special moment where I will always remember the emotions, the feelings. We were snorkeling in Castaway Key.
Darn it, that was going to be mine.
Yeah.
It was, actually.
And I stopped and told you, here we are way out, far away from the water, just floating in there.
Very far out in the ocean.
And I told Greg, stop and look around, look where we're at. You had the Disney Magic on one side, you had the rest of Castaway Key, and here we are,
take it in,
bobbing in the water, and just like, wow, this is insane. I can't believe we're actually here. And I think that moment, my emotions and my feelings will always be with me. Saying that...
My emotions and my feelings kind of changed a little bit after that.
Saying that, if you've seen the videos of the Castaway Key, I mentioned how I'm afraid of water. Someone had to say something big and dark just went by you. And I was like, are you kidding me?
I thought it was a barracuda. And then my magical moment kind of stopped after I got salt water in my mouth. And I totally forgot we were in salt water until I got a nice big gulping taste of it. And it just tasted like a mouthful of salt. And then what's even worse is that you get it in your goggles and your eyes start burning like crazy. So then you're like this, trying to swim around, not knowing what's going on.
I think I did that like 6 times.
You have to clean out your mask and everything and try to get your eye cleaned more. So at that point, I mean, I was still having fun, but it was just harder to see because your eyes were kind of burning. So, but I think we both agree with each other that snorkeling was probably the highlight of that. I think Castaway Key in general this time was the highlight of it because last time at Castaway Key it was bad weather. We couldn't really do anything we planned. It was still fun, but I think this time was just awesome for all of us.
It was an awesome experience. All right, so the last segment of our video is
what did we buy?
So we talked about the captain signings. So we didn't show you what the artwork was. Now, our intention was to get one artwork of every single ship. So this is when we went on the Dream. I'll have you show that, Greg. When we went on the Dream, this is the one that we had showing it, and then the captain's signature is somewhere down here on it. Well,
very nice
those prints weren't available for the Magic when we went.
We did something different.
Yeah, so we have here now, we have, in the vlog, in the vlog you actually see the captain signing it. But we have all 4 ships, and so this is the Magic.
Now we have to redo the Dream again, happily. I mean, come on. It's awesome.
We thought this was a fun idea to have all the captains, and then we're going to frame this one, and we'll also have that one.
They actually have the names right there. You can barely see them, but they're there.
And the way we look at it, the Dream was our first ship. It'll always be special for us, so it deserves to be in a picture work by itself.
And then when they add the other 2 or 3 new ships, then we're going to do something for that too.
Yeah, we'll worry about that later. When we went on
look forward to,
the Dream, this is the these are in the atrium. They're the statues. So if you go a little bit closer with that, Greg.
It's Donald Duck, Captain Donald Duck.
On the Dream.
And you can actually take pictures with it. It's on like the grand staircase area because they have their own type of version of their grand staircase. So that's Donald Duck for the Dream. It actually says the Dream right there.
So this next one, I remember when the Disney ships were originally launched, they had this statue, and I thought, oh, I'll always want a statue of that. Well, guess what? This is...
We got it right there.
Yep, this is it. So this is what we're going to be doing for every Disney cruise ship. We will be getting these little statues, little smaller figurines.
They're really cool.
Yeah, I really
Looks like iron, but it's not.
It's cool, yeah. So we did that. Also, another thing that I did, and this was really helpful, this is a just a cup mug. The benefit of it is I use this when we went to the drink upstairs.
But the emblem is actually made out of fabric, so
yeah,
that's kind of cool.
It's in the middle of that. Yeah, I like how they did that. But what I would do is I would go up to where the drink stations were upstairs. Now you can't just pop this open and put it under the ice because of sanitary things. But what I would do is I would put ice with a cup, and then with a cup I would put it with soda or whatever I wanted and fill it up. So I would take this to my room. So I would have it, instead of having the smaller cups that they use to dispense, I did this, and I would wash this out every night. And I'm planning on taking this to other Disney cruises too with me. So one of the big benefits of doing something like that.
I bought one, but it's not like that. It was a Stitch one, and I used mine on the cruise as well, but it wasn't from the cruise ship. So I'm not showing that one. Maybe I will show it on the Walt Disney World one though.
Then this is what we did at Shutters. This is our photos of our trip. This is our friends Mike and David Woodbury, and this is our first. Oh God. So see, this is a picture that we wanted to buy for the captain to sign, but they didn't have that one available. That would have been so cool. But this here was like $20, I think, for just the book. You could either get it with your picture this way, or the way we have it that way. And then I think it was about $80 too. And we didn't get that many pictures, but we also had this picture, which is in our collage at the end of the photos, as well as this one. And then we also did this one on Pirate Night. And then we also gave one with the four of us. We gave it to Mike and David for a present for them to remember it on the trip. But I think the whole thing was about $100 for this. So that's what we did for our photos.
So I got something from Walt Disney World, but it isn't part of the cruise ship because I wanted to start it. But it's actually a lanyard, and this is the only type of thing that they had for the actual cruise line. But you can see it has like a little cruise. It has a cruise emblem and decoration. And then so I got the pins that I'm gonna put with it. So this is the Disney Dream.
Yeah, I don't think we got that when we were on a Dream.
No.
I don't know why we didn't get one before.
This is the Disney Cruise Line pins. So I'm going to put these all on the lanyard. This is the Disney Magic, and this is actually outside of the ship.
Yeah.
And so is the Dream.
Aft.
Yeah.
Aft of the ship.
And then Stitch is... Whoops. Oh, there goes Stitch.
There goes Stitch.
Stitch is my second favorite character, aside from Tigger being my first. And then we also have the Disney Cruise Line, a actual ship. So I want to collect all of them as we go along and make a nice souvenir.
And the only two additional, because I also had the one with Goofy and painting of the ship. I just got these two, which Steamboat Willie with the Disney Cruise Line emblem, and then also this one, which is a 2018 Disney Cruise one. So pretty cool.
And then last but not least, we got two of the same, so I'm just going to bring out one. But this is it's like Lycra. It's a Disney Cruise Line, very silky.
It's a running shirt.
Yeah, so if we ever do the 5K on Castaway Key, like we did the 10K in Disneyland Paris, we have this to soak up all our sweat because it's really hot outside.
Yeah,
on that island.
We wanted a running shirt with a Disney on it. We got one when we went on the 5K at Disneyland
nice.
Paris. And so we want to do that when we do. We will, at least I will do the Castaway Key
Well,
run.
I think I will do it too.
Okay,
and I'll beat you too.
You probably will, but that's beside the point. But all right, you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed a little bit of learning a little bit more about our trip, our insights.
Sad to say goodbye to it, but
it is.
We'll do it again.
Now we have an announcement to make about our next cruise. No, we don't. We're gonna string you along, but we do have by the end of 2019 we will be going on 3 additional cruises. Could one of them be a Disney cruise? Could some of them be a non-Disney cruise? You just have to hang tight and find out. Disney cruises are so popular and we've fallen in love with them, so we have the cruise fever and we are looking forward to it. Our next one that we just booked, it's been official this year, sometime later this year. Can't wait, but we don't really want to say anything about it because, you know, things change.
But we do want you to be able to enjoy a cruise yourself for Disney. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to go on our Facebook page if you want, or even leave a comment on our YouTube channel. Yeah. So we're just only sharing our information and our adventures with you. But we want you to also be able to make your own adventures. So we'll be really happy to hear about that.
We've made so many friends from this cruise, YouTubers that have followed us, just fans that have followed us. And everyone's vacation is so unique. There's so many things that we've been watching from our same itinerary, basically.
Different traditions that they're making and stuff.
Yeah, while we were there, they were doing things uniquely different that were just as awesome. So there's so much things that you can do on a Disney cruise.
We do want to do the fish extenders next time, definitely, because we have missed out on it twice now, and I refuse to miss out on the 3rd time. So we will definitely be doing that on our next Disney cruise, whenever that may be.
Or any other cruise.
I think I want to keep those with the Disney.
Yeah.
Might do something different for a non-Disney, but we'll see.
So we have many more things coming up. We have a Walt Disney World videos, which you are going to be seeing next. We have stuff from Vegas. We have a lot of different things coming up. But thanks again, Explorers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for watching our vlogs. Yes, thank you. We can't tell you how excited we are.
New and old subscribers, we thank you very much.
Yes, young and old. Is that what you mean?
Seasoned, yes. Young and seasoned.
Remember, we are a family-friendly YouTube channel.
We just want to have fun with you guys.
Yeah, and share our experiences with you. So with that, Explorers, thank you for watching. And remember,
we are just getting started.